You guessed it. It's Vanguard K9 TV and Grandmaster Von der Muff, one of the world's greatest puppy imprinters with some of the world's greatest working puppies. In this episode, we'll be talking about exposure. You guys are getting a chance to see a very young litter of puppies that are my double bred Kodak pups. Very special puppies to me. First time I did a double breeding with the sire. And these guys are coming out of their shell. So very young, I bring these puppies out onto a porch like you see, and I begin to shape behaviors, and I expose them to all kind of things. So you see a lot of junk on the porch, and it's actually tools that I use. These tools, you see them on the porch, is because I want this stuff laying around. And I'm gonna tell you why. You ever seen puppies that you get from someone and you say, oh, you hear people always want to use the word, oh, he was abused. No, he was not exposed. Exposure is everything when it comes to the ultimate in dog training. That is far from the truth. He did not get the correct exposure. There is an art to raising good puppies. Exposure. Exposure is everything when it comes to having the perfect puppy. There's an art to training puppies. You won't get a stable dog if you don't imprint these puppies' mind. This is very true. You have to expose your puppies to people, places, and things. Acclimating them to movement, sound, is going to give you that stable dog that is reliable, one that you can trust. A good dog relationship is built upon trust. Trust makes good training. How you doing? And in the real world, and you take the dog and give him exposure. There's two types of protection dogs. One is defense, one is offense. You won't get this out of a defense dog because the character of the dog is what you want to watch. If you had a dog that was overly aggressive and you take him out into the public like this, the dog is just gonna snap. You can't get this kind of training out of dogs that is all defense. A defense dog has his place, but his place is really not out here in the public being a dog that you want to utilize as the ultimate dog. It's true. Most of the time when we receive puppies from their breeders at 8 weeks old, those puppies' character is almost seemingly locked in the way they're going to be. Some you work on them for the first year and maybe even a lifetime, and they never come out of the state of mind that they're locked in. You can't get those dogs to function the way you need them to function obedience-wise, and sometimes in your protection phase of the training. Most of the socialization work that you'll want to have done to your dogs to be the ultimate dog should have already been done by the time it was 8 weeks with the breeder. You can then go out into the world with your expectations and achieve those goals with a stable dog. Some of these puppies are terrified of fire hydrants, tires, trash cans, stop signs, people, other animals, just about anything. I've experienced just about the average puppy seeing a piece of paper flying down the street and it spooks them. An unexperienced dog trainer or owner would see a dog bark at another dog or a person, and they would think that that was a good thing and be like, good boy, I got a good aggressive dog. No, you don't have a good aggressive dog. You actually have a dog that is in fear mode. And so the aloofness is in the shepherd breed and a lot of herding dogs. And you'll get that reaction out of those dogs who are not confident in character. And not to say that they won't be a good dog, it's just that dogs that have that very low threshold and they're in defense, they're not effective dogs that you can go out here and sell to law enforcement, military, and hope that those dogs can go in a room and search for bombs to save lives when people and objects that are non-familiar to them, they see it, they're going to respond in a negative manner and not in a positive way. They're just not effective dogs. There's a place for them. Maybe in a junkyard or just in the home, and confidence in that area. But you won't be able to send a dog out into a window and go to a room and find a guy or find a bomb that is in defense mode and fearful. You won't get a defense puppy to stay on a suspect for a very long time, because at some point he's going to feel like what he's doing is not stopping the assailant, and he's going to shut down. In the bulldog world, they'll say he'll cur out, cower. And maybe you won't have to go that long in a battle. But I know that those dogs are not reliable and they're not effective dogs. And it's because they're in defense with lack of exposure. And when your life is on the line, it's just not good enough. If you're looking for a working dog, don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call.